Morning, noon, and night. Welcome back to the 10th Generation of People show. And this is a Christian part of the show. It's a part, it comes in parts government, games, and God. This is about Christianity, and if you don't do this, this ain't your thing, and this ain't what you want to do, well, this is a good time for you to leave. I prefer you to stay, though, whether you're a Christian or not. I mean, there's stuff you people need to understand about God, and they don't understand it. And this part is about racism. And it's just not Caucasian racism, it's everybody's racism. Ebony people racism, Asian racism. It seems like there's some racism in everybody, even in Muslims and everything else. And it's like, there's no reason why would you do that. So this is the point is where it takes you. The only place a race is going to end is at God's feet. And when you're sitting there, and when you one day find yourself in front of the Almighty King, and He looks directly at you, and He asks you just one simple question, how are you going to answer? And that question is going to be, why did you treat them people that way? Those are my people. And you treated my people the way you just did. What you going to ask them? Well, why did you put them there? Or you're just going to stand there frozen. You can't believe that He asked you that. See, people are here for one thing. To make sure that they can live in heaven in peace. See, that peace got to be earned. And people don't want to earn that peace. You want to live your life doing what you want to do. And that's fine. You can do a lot of things that you want to do, but why do you have to hurt other people doing it? Is it really that necessary? Is it really that serious? I see more people now, as I live here in the Memphis area, fight more for their racism than anything else that I ever seen in my life. And what you're going to get? Because when the race ends, it's going to end right at the feet of the throne of God. He's going to be standing right there on His throne, sitting, looking at you. Why did you treat my people that way? What you going to call them, an N-word then? You can do what you want to do? Are you serious? You're not taking that skin with you. You don't look like that. You don't look like that at all. Have you ever seen people who died? Where did they leave their skin? Right there in your care, whatever you do with it. Most people just bury it. Maybe the doctors may take some parts out of it before they bury you. Maybe science may take some samples of skin and whatever killed you, and then they put you in the ground. Point of the matter, you never took that skin with you. You don't look like that. So why do you treat people the way you do? You know why? Because that's who you really are. And God knows. See, at first, God know your name, but He don't know how you are. You know that? He knows that you exist. He knows, but He doesn't know you. And that's where this point comes in. And if you don't believe, you ain't got to take my word for it. Read the Bible. Read what Jesus said. If He don't write your name down in that book, He won't know you. That means if He don't write your name in that book, you did something horribly wrong. And He don't want you to destroy heaven. Because if He left you up there as you are now, you will destroy heaven. You're going to do the same thing in heaven that you're doing here. Thou shalt be done on earth as it is in heaven. And that's what it means. Whatever you do here, you plan on doing there. See, God didn't know you at first. That's why He put you here. See, they got Him before. They won't get Him again. If you read the Bible at first, it reads how heaven was destroyed by a war. And a war by the same axe that you poured in the day. See, you can know what God knows about you in the first beginning when you go right to Adam and Eve. See, when Adam came into the garden, he ate the fruit Eve gave him. Eve was convinced by the serpent to eat the fruit, and was convinced by the serpent to give Adam the fruit. Thus, that made them naked. They noticed it, so they hid. Then here comes the king, God Himself, the great I am, and He walks in there. Why He just didn't walk to Adam? If He knew everything, He would have just walked right over there to him. He didn't know him. He didn't know where Adam was at. Because the first thing He said when He came into that garden, Adam, where are you? He asked several times, Adam, where are you? Adam didn't come out until he sensed God getting frustrated. Adam came out. Do you know right there? God, that's number one. God didn't know where Adam was. Number two, he asked Adam, what was you doing? He didn't know what he was even doing. So Adam told him that he was hiding from him. Three, God didn't know Adam was hiding from him. You see how bad this is turning out for you? God is trying to figure out who you are, where you at, and why are you doing the things you're doing. Number four, Adam told God that he's naked. God didn't know Adam knew he was naked. Then that brings him to number five. How do you know you were naked? Then Adam told him that he ate the fruit that Eve gave him. You notice that? God didn't know none of this up to six right there. God looked at him. You ate the fruit because God didn't know he had ate that fruit. Number seven, who gave you the fruit? Eve gave it to him. He didn't know Eve gave it to him. Now you up to seven, now you up to eight. Because now Eve is telling him that the serpent told him to get it. God didn't even know the serpent told him anything. You see how this list is constantly going on and on? God's just trying to find out who you are. See, in the end of days, the trees and the rocks are going to come to life and tell God everything you've done and where you're hiding it. This is a tree I'm in. This house is made of wood and stone. It's telling God everything about what I do and you do too, wherever you are. All walls talk to God. They command to him first. You can go and chop a piece of wood up and make it into something and put it into a piece of something and make something else, but it still belongs to God. And everything you put in your house is telling him everything about you. Every word you say, every red N word, every N word you say, every B word you say, how you feel about the people that he put here on this place, how the animals he feels. He knows everything. Because that who will to him is telling him. And that's everything that you make everything out of. Nothing belongs to man. Everything belongs to God. Anybody who takes something, you're only taking it from God. You're not taking it from somebody else. Now God knows exactly who you are. He watched you walk around here calling people names, running around here with that flag all over the place in people's face, cursing them out. See, this is where God really gets angry. Because he told you to stop. And you won't do it. And then all of a sudden, you standing in front of a judge if that judge ain't crooked. And that judge tells you to stop, you do. You just did what somebody else told you to do. You didn't do what God told you to do. See, God told you that before. He told you first. He is telling you now. And then all of a sudden, you go and do something that's all of a sudden a man tells you to do it. You stop. And you stop with anger in your eyes. No, you won't do what God tells you. You wonder why he's jealous. See, pastors won't tell you why God is really jealous. See, God is jealous of those who won't listen to him, but will listen to some man. The same man that will throw you out if you don't have enough money, them stamps in your hand to give to him. The same man that'll come and take your car from you after you made all these payments, and just because you got laid off and you got behind, he'll take that car from you, and he don't care how you get to work. He'll sell it to somebody who is fortunate. He'll sell it to the privileged. So you take those same orders to the same person. When you go to the hospital, they write you that big bill. But you'll listen to them, but you won't listen to God. The same judge that never listened to anybody unless they put some money in his face. The same police officer that'll write you a ticket instead of standing in front of your house making sure nobody break in front of it. Break into it. You listen to them. You're listening to the same government that tax the hell out of you and won't come to your aid to help you with nothing than to listen to God. That's why he's jealous. He's jealous of the people you listen to because you won't listen to him. And you run out there and you cause as much destruction as you possibly can before some man tell you you have to stop. Before you created that destruction, God said, don't do that. Before you raped, God said, don't do that. Before you broke in somebody's house, God said, don't do that. Before you stole somebody's car, He said, don't do that. You get into it with the IRS and they'll come and take everything you got. And yet you will still listen to what they say. But you get it, you do something God don't like, you won't do nothing He say. That's where you're going to end. If you really believe that there's a race, the race ends at God's feet. And what you're going to tell Him, He told you when He was telling you stuff and you didn't listen. And somebody else told you something and then you stopped. Why do you have to be so hateful anyway? Have you ever asked yourself that? I watch a lot of people really real hateful. Say bad things about people. And I ask them, why are you doing it? That's just who I am. Oh, really? You know God knows who you are, not that you just confessed in front of Him. Especially a lot of people with tattoos. I look at people and they walk around with burning crosses on their arms. And they sit there with burning women on their arms and every tortured souls all over, painted all over their body. I look at, and I don't look at them. I look at the person next to them because 9 times out of 10 it's a man. And then you look at that, the woman that sits, she right up on him. I'm looking at her. Why are you with him? The only reason he's not torturing you because he's getting in trouble by men. He painted that stuff on there to make a statement. That's who he is. It's just like the Confederate flag. That's who they are. That's why they swing it over their head. X marks the spot. God is looking directly at them. And He knows exactly their end is going to be when they finish this race. It's like that Al-Qaeda flag that flies over there. All these satanic terrorist flags flying over everybody's head. And you think it's funny. And it's not. Because it's not going to be funny for you when you stand in front of God and He asks you, why are you doing that? You would worship a flag over Him. And then you would bring that same satanic flag into a church and then say His name in vain. First of all, God is jealous of that flag. And that's why I brought the Confederate flag up. He's jealous of it. Because you have more pride in that flag than you have in Him. If you had more pride in God, you wouldn't wave that flag. Because you know how evil it is. X means no. It is a symbolic feature of the American flag that means freedom. They just put an X over it. X means no freedom. A lot of Confederate people will hate me for saying it, but that's the truth. This is about saving souls, not about saving your own selfish pride. That's just all it is to it. And if that flag will cause you problems, you better get rid of it. If the people around you will cause you to sin, like God said, if it caused you to sin, you better get rid of it. You better get rid of it on your own accord. Walk away. Just tell me I don't do that. That's just all it is to it. Because your end is going to be serious. See, a lot of people are apologetic when they're on their sick bed. They say all the nice things about what they ain't going to do because they have fear. And their fear isn't of death. Their fear is of God. Because now they got to face up. But I've seen a lot of people in my life get up out their sick bed and get their health back. And they go right back to being how they are. It's a shame. It really is. You have to be dying and hurt before you become humble. And I watch a lot of people die. And I'm like, why are you being humble now? It's too late. Because God was standing throughout your whole life. Stop doing them people that way. Stop doing them animals that way. Stop. This is my land, God said. Why are you treating it this way? And you wouldn't listen. Far be it a man to gain the world than to lose his soul. That's exactly how it means. You ever listen to it? Have you ever paid attention to it? God said, if you gain the world, that's fine. I ain't gonna say nothing to you. Well, I'm gonna say something, but I'm not gonna push you to do nothing. I'm not gonna take nothing from you. So if you gain the world, you're gonna get that big, large house. Matter of fact, you're gonna have several properties for yourself. You're gonna be so proud. You're gonna look outside And all those cars you had, you would have had those BMWs and the Mercedes and the Cadillacs, all those exotic Lamborghinis and all this stuff in your yard. And you go look at all for me, you wouldn't have that yacht after all this stuff you've done to everybody else. Because you gained the world. But you got to remember, the world you took from everybody else wasn't the property in the first place. This world isn't my property either. You don't know, there's nobody who rules my world but God. Because I never owned it in the first place. So where did it get you now? Where did it get you? You just stole something from somebody that it wasn't theirs in the first place. It was God's. And God was standing right there when you came and took it. You're going to give it back. Where do you see yourself in 50 years? You're going to give it back. What do you really own anyway when you take all this stuff? When you have all those cars? When you have all those houses? All right. Go live in all the houses at one time. Oh, you have to have somebody go tend to it for you. So that means it really ain't yours. Go and drive all those cars you got out there in the yard. Oh, you can't drive them all. You hoping Uber come up with some type of system that'll help you drive them all at one time. You can't get a feeling out of each one of those cars at one time. Where's your yacht? Oh, somebody has tended it to you. And if you're rich, you probably got it parked in another country because of the taxes here in America. So now somebody else is living on it. So in other words, you just got a lot of nothing. A lot of something you can't use. I can only drink one bottle of water at a time. That's all it is to it. So what do you really gain? A handful of mail order trouble from God. Because he stamped hell on your envelope. And everything that was prepared for you in heaven, he's taking it. And he's giving it to somebody else. Your hatred, what does it really get you? See, people think the devil is everything, but he's not. God is the originator of possession. He can possess people quicker than any Exodus can do anything. See, people talk about Exodus possessing people, but people forget all about God and his angels. God can send anybody out. I was watching on the news one day, this ebony couple was going to this Caucasian church to get married. And the Caucasian church slammed the door in the face. I said, you know something, you just slammed the door in God's face. He possessed that couple. That couple could have went anywhere. But that couple was walking down the street and said, let's go get married here. For some strange reason, they didn't want to get married there. God forced them to get married there by possessing them. And he walked right up to their pastor. And that pastor spit in God's face. And I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to make this too long. This is the first chapter in the New Age Testament. The next one is going to be Satan's gift to mankind. He played a hilarious trick on everybody. I want you to think about it. Because see, that skin you have, you ain't taking it with you. I was sitting there watching the news one day, and there were people there screaming, Black power. There ain't no power but God's power. And any power is an opposer to his power. That means he's jealous. That means he's mad. You better make sure you straighten yourself up if you are a true Christian. If you're not good, God is not good. He doesn't care if you do remember his name. You come in there and all you remember is his name, and you destroyed everything, but you're going to destroy the rest of this. You think he's going to trust you? No, he's not going to trust you. He's not going to trust you at all. You're going to destroy it once you get there. You're going to put possession on everything that you get there. You're going to create the same heaven that you created earth on. And he knows it. Don't let racism and hatred drag you to hell. If that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. It's fine. Keep it up. Do you know what that means to me? It means I get one step closer to heaven because you just stepped out of line. And that means I'm going to get part of what you would have had. So you can keep your more of nothing. I'm going to keep all of everything. And it's going to be given to me by the King. And I'm going to drop to his feet, and I'm going to love him for everything. And not because he's giving me all this stuff. It's because of who he is. He's brought goodness to my life. I be good to everybody. There's not one person I don't be good to. People that are bad to me, I just avoid them. It was times in my life I did lose my temper. I won't never do it again. I barely lost my temper. I've always been a nice guy. But it's always been at that point in time somebody did something. I never apologized to that person. I apologize to God. That's who you should apologize to. You don't know who you being mean to. You don't know when God has possessed somebody. God owns everything. The devil don't own nothing. This is the New Age Testament. 10 generation of people. This is racism for Christians. I toned it down a little bit. I redid this video. I probably put other parts in it another one. And probably chapter 3. But chapter 2 is going to be Satanism for Christians. You're going to learn the most hilarious joke that Satan has played on all of mankind. God agreed. And that's how God knows you. This is 10th generation of people. So those who do what God say, I see them get to heaven. Those who don't. But you stay tough with tattoos and you keep that evil in your heart. And no one else will see you again. Now take care.